Hello, and thank you for watching. My name is Rachel Barnett with Gentle Frog. I'm here to create videos for you to help you understand QuickBooks slightly better than you currently do. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please put them in the chat box. Thank you.
In this video, I'm going to show you what to do when you've deleted a record from QuickBooks. You go to Reconcile and you have a beginning balance error. If you're busy, the answer is put it back. Like hand key, enter it again, all over again. There is no undo button. Okay, so I've reconciled the checking account. This $450 deposit, it's here, it's reconciled. We're going to make believe that for some reason we've decided to delete this record. So I'm going to delete it. This transaction has been reconciled, deleting it, blah, blah. Like, there's so many pop-ups and people don't always read them, so we're just going to not read it. Okay, so we go, it's later, we're ready to reconcile. We click on reconcile and we get the scary red box. Our beginning balance is off. It says your beginning balance is off. It says we can help you fix it. We click on that, optimistically hoping for something good. QuickBooks says, well, you had a deposit. It was for $450. The current amount is zero. It's just blank. And the difference between those two is $450. The change type, or the thing that happened, is that it got deleted. I can click on view history, so I'll do that. This is going to take me to the audit log. I've made all kinds of changes. I've been picking on this poor transaction all day. So you can see all the different changes that I've made. What I like to do is just go to the bottom. It helps me think if I can just start at the bottom. So in February, I was sitting at my desk. I added this $500 and I'm like, okay, I know from the earlier screen, it said it was a deposit. So right here, it says it's a deposit. And so I know that the checking account, which is the account I'm working on, that's where the deposit went, which means that these two things have to be the reason there was a deposit. So I'm like, okay, this is good information. But there's also a chance that maybe these accounts weren't right, or maybe the amounts weren't right. So I'm just going to scroll up. I'm going to watch for the green highlighted text, and I'm going to see if these accounts ever get changed. Now they do get changed because I've been goofing around with this, but I want you to kind of see what you would do. You're like, oh, it went from loan to uncategorized. Okay. And then you're like, wait, there's like a cross out here. Let me just close this thing on the right. So then I went to services, and then some other stuff happened, but here. So at some point, like, I put on my bookkeeper hat and I changed it and I said, oh, this is actually service income. So now I know I need to recreate a deposit. I need the deposit to be dated for February 28th. The difference between these dates, by the way, February 28th is the day that it appears in QuickBooks, and May 16th is the day the person sat at their chair and made the change. So I think I said it wrong on the bottom. I was in my chair on April 17th, but the transaction was dated for February 28th. Okay, so we know what we need. We need services, $450 deposited into the checking account, and we need the deposit to be dated for February. What we would like is an undo button. There isn't one. I would encourage you to go to the gear in the upper right-hand corner, come down to profile, and find feedback. I would encourage you to leave feedback. You can always just take a picture if you want. Otherwise, just type the words, something, whatever words strike you. Personally, I would love an undo button for when I delete a transaction. I'm not a programmer. I don't know how hard that is to program, but it's what I do whenever I see something I wish was there. I just send it with a smiley face or a sad face, and I'm like, please think about it. Okay. So we know we need to add it. I'm just going to click on the plus. Because I have my gray bar on the left collapsed, the plus went over to the right. So you'll click on plus, you'll go to bank deposit. This is where having multiple screens becomes really handy. So 2/28/24, it was a deposit, it was services, it was $450. I'm going to do a save and close. So I can close this audit history tab and I can click done. I added a deposit. It's totally there. If I look at the bank register, it's right here. If I go to reconcile, QuickBooks doesn't know about it. QuickBooks is still like, hey, your beginning balance is off. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I put it back. And QuickBooks is like, I understand that you put it back, but I still need you to re-reconcile it. We've last reconciled our bank statement on May 30th. What we're not going to do is go back and re-reconcile every month from February to now. What I do instead is I'll grab my statement, but if I don't have the statement handy, I'll just click on the blue hyperlink and be like, QuickBooks, what was the reconciled amount when everything was good? And it says statement ending balance was this much money. I'm like, awesome. I'm going to copy that. My statement and my register have the same amount of money because it's my make-believe QuickBooks and I just didn't get very crafty with it. You're always looking for the statement ending balance, not the register balance. Okay, so I'm going to go to Reconcile. Takes me right back here. I'm just going to paste in that number. I'm going to take whatever this date is here and I'm going to put it as my ending date. Again, I want to emphasize, I don't care that the thing I deleted and put back is in February. I'm like, at that moment in time, everything was good. So I'm saying I want to go back to May 30th, but I'm recording this before May 30th, so bear with me. I want to go back in time to May 30th when everything matched and everything was okay. So I'm going to click on Start Reconciling. My goal here is to check off or select the 450. I'm selecting the thing that I've re-added. I'm going to click Finish Now. Yay, you've reconciled. And that's it. The red box goes away. The beginning balance is correct. I'm going to take it one step further and show you a thing that accountant users have and regular users don't have. When we go to History by Account, we have this drop down to the right that lets us undo. Regular users don't have it. You have to have the accounting toolbox. So it doesn't matter if you have the business view or accountant view. It's the toolbox, right? Like you're signed in as an accountant user. The undo is the magic thing. If a client gets in a pickle and everything is just a huge disaster and we need to undo all their bank reconciliations and do them again and just, get a clean slate, like clean the chalkboard if you're as old as I am. The undo button only works if the reconciliation is done in the Reconcile screen. This is one of many reasons that I never, ever, ever want to see you coming over here into the register and just start clicking until you get the R to appear. If I have to help you fix something, it's going to take us a ton of time to fix whatever's gone wrong if you spend a year going through and clicking the R's in the register. Okay, so that's my tip plus an extra tip. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them below. If you have any topic ideas, again, please leave them below. Okay, thank you.